Today I'm in my car. I thought of a good video idea um, in relation to CDs because um, I not only collect records, but I collect CDs sometimes too. Um, but I don't use CDs in the house a whole lot, but I do use CDs the most in my car. So I talk about records in my house, I'll talk about CDs in my car. So I'm closest to the source of where I actually play them, which is my CD player in my car. Apparently, newer cars that are being made aren't coming with CD players anymore, which is crazy because I feel like CD players are such a staple in a car. I feel like there's like you need to have a CD player in your car. Whether you use it or not, I feel like you should still have a CD player because it's just like I don't know. I feel like it's still super important. But because everybody has at least like one CD in their car that they got for like Christmas from a family member or something, or they just like had and like, oh, I'll just have a CD in my car just in case I'm gonna listen to it. Um, but in this case, I have a bunch of CDs in my car. I have more inside of my house because I can't fit them all in my car. But I have a specific selection of CDs that I have in my car that I try to have encompass a bunch of different types of music to encompass my different moods depending on what I want to listen to. So it's all in here. So um, I'm gonna do a little tour of those CDs that I have in my car. So car tour CD. I keep them all in my glove box. Wait, hold on. Yeah, right here. But then come over here. I keep some in my what is this called? I don't know what this is called. Um, in there, but the ones I keep in there are the thinner ones and the flatter ones. They're not in the plastic case because they won't fit. Like I keep my plastic ones in my glove box so they can fit because the plastic ones won't fit in here. So, but I'll go over my plastic ones first. Um, they range from. I'm just gonna talk about them. I'm not gonna try to explain. First one is a Neil Young compilation album. Um, I think it isn't Decade. I know Decade is his most popular compilation album, Neil Young's. Um, but I really like this compilation a bit more because it's one disc. I think Decades is two. Um, and it kind of it I don't know when it was released, but the track list encompasses my favorite era of Neil Young, which is I think it's most people's. I think it's Neil Young's best era objectively, like artistically and poetically and musically, it is his best era, which was the 70s and maybe late 60s from Buffalo Springfield and his beginner solo stuff. But yeah, this is his one of his it's just called Greatest Hits. Neil Young Greatest Hits. It's got Down by the River, Cowgirl in the Sand, and Cinnamon Girl, which are all off um Everybody Knows This Is Nowhere. It's got Helpless, which is a Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young hit, which is also really good. It's got some of his sort of more mellow acoustic stuff, like After the Gold Rush and Only Love Can Break Your Heart, Needle and the Damage Done. It's got Harvest songs. It's got Heart of Gold. Neil Young compilation has to have Heart of Gold. But it also has Like a Hurricane, which is like late 70s, which a lot of people I think it's one of his. It's of course it's a Neil Young hit, but I think most people know some more other popular Neil Young songs compared to Like a Hurricane, and it's still an all right song. Rockin' in the Free World too. That's the only song here that's from the 80s. It's from 89. That's his most like. Actually, no. Harvest Moon is also on here. It's the last song here. Harvest Moon is a beautiful song. It's been getting popular recently. I still really love that song. But Neil Young compilation. This is my Neil Young. My Neil Young is covered in my car. Um, Something sort of similar to it is The Last Waltz. The band's The Last Waltz. It's a live album recorded on Thanksgiving. It's two discs. Um, and it's just a full Last Waltz concert. If you haven't seen the movie, you should. If you dig this era of folk rock and roots rock and kind of country just rock and roll. If you like rock and roll, like Neil Young, Bob Dylan, people like that, you should totally check out Last Waltz. But yeah, it's 2 discs. It's just some of the band's like best songs, but just live. And there's so many different special guests on here, like Joni Mitchell, Neil Young, Neil Diamond has a really great song. Paul Butterfield rips harmonica on a song. Muddy Waters is on it too. Eric Clapton, Van Morrison is really great. Oh my God. And Bob Dylan is also, he kind of finishes off with like a few songs. But yeah, just a really great. I mean, come on, it's the Last Waltz. Um, One of the best live albums ever. Now this is a recent one that I got. Station to Station by David Bowie. I really love Station to Station. I think I like the whole Thin White Duke era. David Bowie shit. Because I think the idea is just really cool, and just the mindset he was in making these songs was insane, because he was just all coked up. He was drinking milk and eating peppers. He was kind of going insane. So but the songs, there's 6 songs here. None are below 3 minutes. None are below 4 minutes. But every single one is really, really good. Station to Station is really good. That one's like 10 minutes. I love, it just rocks. He just jams on here. And it's just, they're just really good. Really, it's just really great music. It's like, it's groovy, it's jazzy. It's not, it's kind of experimental. David Bowie, it just sounds like David Bowie. I can't really describe David Bowie's sound without, like, if you haven't listened to David Bowie, there's like disco, there's funk, there's a little bit of jazz, a little bit of rock, a little bit of electronic. It's just like he really hits everything. And this is a great example. So there's just a lot of stuff happening on this one. His voice is good too. It's all right. David Bowie's voice has always been kind of hit or miss for me. But I think he sounds good for the most part on this. TVC 15, that's not my favorite song, but that's a really good song on this. My favorite song would probably be Station to Station or Wild as the Wind. Wild as the Wind is a beautiful song. Yeah, that's Station to Station. That covers my David Bowie. Okay, I'm gonna change this order. This is a live album by The Who, live at Leeds. They played at, I think it's a university. I don't know what Leeds is. I don't know what venue it is. But this is a really, really good Who live album. I don't listen to a lot of studio The Who stuff. I've heard Who's Next. It's okay. I've heard, in fact, I think that's the only Who studio album that I've listened to. But I've listened to this, and they're fucking amazing live. I think that's common The Who knowledge, is how good they are live. Roger Daltrey, I fucking love his voice. I love Pete Townshend's guitar work. It's just him on guitar, and he works, he carries a bunch of the songs. Just him being on guitar, he's just a really great guitarist. Heaven and Hell is really good. Tattoo, one of my favorite Who songs. Substitute, and they harmonize too. Keith Moon on drums. The drums are fucking insane too, but of course they are, because it's Keith Moon. And I forgot the bassist name, John Quintwistle or something. But the bass is fucking, they're all in their bag on this live album. They're all so good. A quick one while he's away. I love that song a ton. It's like they're experimenting in what is it? The kind of, what's it called? Rock opera shit. And it's really good. They do it really, really good. Really, really well. They do a 14-minute version of My Generation, which is amazing. And then Amazing Journey / Sparks is a huge highlight for me. Love that song. But yeah, really great, really, really great live Who album. That kind of covers the 70s rock, just the general 70s rock stuff that was happening. Here's another live album This is, of course, Allman Brothers Band live at Fillmore. I love this album. This is progressive rock that is covered in my car. Um, every single song is phenomenal. It's just amazing blues rock shit. Um, it's phenomenal. Every like I think my favorite song is In Memory of Elizabeth Reed. I love the central melody of that song. It reminds me of Santana a little bit, something they do on like Abraxas or something. Um, Statesboro Blues, amazing. And then they do a 23-minute rip. They rip into Whipping Post for 23 minutes, and it's Whipping Post. That's one of their best songs. And I don't know specifically who sings. Greg Allman, is that his name? The keyboardist sings, I'm pretty sure. Um, I don't want to look at the credits because I have limited time on this video. But yeah, just a fucking amazing blues rock album. Allman Brothers are phenomenal. Okay, so now this is R&B that is covered. Sade, Promise. Um, Is It a Crime is one of her best songs. I don't know if this is one of my favorite Sade albums. Um, it's not. I don't know if it's her debut or not, but it's the one with um, it has the chorus. He's hungry, but we won't give in. We're hungry, but we won't give in. It has that song on it. Diamond Days or something. I'm thinking of, I don't know. It's Diamond something. But that's a really great album. But Promise was my favorite, my first Sade album I'd ever listened to. Mainly because it had Sweetest Taboo. My dad showed me that song. Sweetest Taboo. That's an amazing song. Is It a Crime is amazing. You're Not the Man is beautiful. The saxophone on here is amazing, and it's very sparse. It's not like um, really punchy, kind of noisy rhythm and blues R&B stuff. It's very subtle, very jazzy. It's very slow, but it's amazing. It's great for midnight drives, stuff like that. Jezebel is amazing. Tar Baby is one of my favorites on this. This is my favorite deep cut, would probably be Tar Baby. But this was 85, 80s, obviously. But great Sade release that covers R&B in my car. Speaking of R&B, I have a Marvin Gaye compilation. This is like the base Marvin Gaye compilation. I've already talked about this in a previous video. But so I'm not gonna talk about it a ton. But I mean, it's got Heard It Through the Grapevine. It has What's Going On. It has does it has Ain't No? I don't think it has Ain't No Mountain High Enough, which is kind of crazy. I didn't realize that. It's got plenty of songs with Tammy Terrell though, which is a female singer that he Marvin Gaye collabs with a ton. But he has Distant Lover. That's one of my favorite Marvin Gaye songs. But yeah, Marvin Gaye in the car. You have to have Marvin Gaye in the car. Um, um, okay, I'll talk about this one next. This is a newer one. Janet Jackson, Velvet Rope. I still haven't listened to the full thing, but it's like it hits the modern R&B for me. Um, with like Sade, that's sort of the 80s slow jazzier R&B. This is sort of the more hip hop sample based um, R&B modern stuff that I'm really not super duper into, but it's good to have just in case if I'm in the rare mood. I'm like, oh yeah, I'll throw on some Janet Jackson, some good, um, just kind of late 90s, early 2000s, kind of. I don't even know because would this be called R&B? It's built around voice, but it's also very highly built around sort of the electronic influence and the hip hop kind of beat influence. Musically, it's all over that. I really like Empty. That's a song I come back to a ton, and that song with Joni Mitchell and Q-Tip is also it's good, but it's kind of I don't know. It's good though. It's good. Joni Mitchell is sampled and Q-Tip gives a pretty good verse, but Joni it gets a little repetitive. But the title song is also really good. Velvet Rope, the second song or the first song, because there's a bunch of interludes on this. But yeah, Velvet Rope, um, good. It covers the modern R&B um umbrella. So, um, okay, I'll talk about this one next. This is just a Duke Ellington greatest hits. Um, I got this at Goodwill, new. It's brand new. It's not secondhand. Um, because it was fully wrapped. But I love Duke Ellington. I have masterpieces on vinyl. I love Satin Doll. Take the A Train as a classic. I love Mood Indigo. That's a beautiful song. That's a jazz staple. Um, those are some of my favorites. Solitude is on Masterpieces, and it's on this one too. I love that song. But yeah, Duke Ellington kind of hits the jazzier, if I'm feeling jazzy, orchestral jazz to be more specific. I have Mingus Aum on CD and side. I switch these CDs a lot. I switch from Duke Ellington to Charles Mingus, depending on how I'm feeling. So, but Duke Ellington, great. Um, this is Nas Illmatic, just Brooklyn rap. This is like my only rap CD, I think. And it's a classic. Everybody knows Illmatic. Everybody knows New York State of Mind, stuff like that. Life's a bitch. Um, and it's just it covers rap good. I like the Brooklyn sound more than the West Coast. I'd say I think I like the New York sound more than the West Coast stuff. Because I like they sample like cooler things, I guess. It's less kind of electronic based and it's more about the samples. And I dig that more. I think I love sampling. I've always loved the idea of sampling. And the production on this is really great. I love all the beats on this. Um, but The World Is Yours is also amazing. But that's Nas. That covers the rap. Then we have sort of a crazy jump, but this is Fiona Apple, Win the Pawn. I already talked about this too. Fiona's one of the best songwriters in recent memory to me. And she fucking rips into every single song on this album. She's a fantastic piano player. She's a great vocalist. I love every single song on here. And all of them kind of bleed into each other perfectly because it's an album after all, but there is really a central sound throughout the entire thing. And she does it perfectly. Like the songwriting is a huge highlight for me, just how pissed she sounds on every single song and her kind of gruff voice. She's a great vocalist. She's amazing. Her normal singing voice is amazing, and the emotion and the emphasis she puts on her voice when she really, really wants to. It when she wants you to hear her, she makes sure no words go past you. Um, so there's a bunch of quotable lyrics on this thing. I can't think of any because I'm on video and for some reason my mind goes blank. So, um, yeah, I can't think of any. I think before this she broke up with Paul Thomas Anderson, so most of the songs are about him. I think that's skeptate. I think that's rumored, I guess. Okay, this is Jeff Buckley, Grace. I've already talked about Grace. Perfect album, amazing singer songwriter material. He is a beautiful singer. Honestly, all the flowers I give to Fiona, I'd give to Jeff Buckley. Both of the albums are perfect. They both have a central sound that I'm really in love with. The guitar work is also super underrated. The melodies he comes up with are amazing. My favorite song would probably be Last Goodbye because I love the strings on that. This is Fugazi, 13 songs. This covers the punk, sort of hardcore, whatever the fuck thing you would call sound you would call this. This is a compilation of their first two EPs, and there's I don't listen to this a ton because I'm scared I'll crash if I listen to this because I'll start going too fast subconsciously. But Waiting Room is one of my favorite Fugazi songs. Um, And Promises is also really good. But I'm trying to think. Margin Walker is really good too. But yeah, just it hits the punk. All right, that's the end of my plastic CDs. I'm gonna quickly go over my flatter ones. Um, this is a burnt CD my friend Christian got me, or not got. He created for him, and I think he gave it to me. There are 23 great recordings of Jonathan Richman of the Modern Lovers right here. Um, Jonathan Richman is one of the best songwriters. He's one of my favorites. It's so simple, and he hits just like beauty. He's just really great at coming up with melodies and words and just base level amazing songs. And this is basically every single like song that I love from him, including the Modern Lovers shit. Which is all Roadrunner is amazing, Girlfriend is amazing, I'm Straight is amazing, Abdul and Cleopatra is amazing. Those are some of my favorites. Um, this is Cameron Winter, heavy metal, one of my favorite albums in the past decade and of all time, I would probably say. I love every single song in here. I probably kept this in my car and listened to it every single day for like a month at least. But Drinking Age is a huge highlight. Cancer of the Skull is amazing. Um, what else? And the last song, Can't Keep Anything. And $0 is amazing too. But Cameron Winter, amazing. Geese is really great too. Channel Orange by Frank Ocean. This also hits the modern R&B stuff. And Cameron Winter hits the more modern or the new recent artists. Channel Orange is really great. I love Crack Rock. I love the drums on Crack Rock. Thinking About You is a classic modern R&B song, classic Frank Ocean song. Yeah, Crack Rock. Thinking About You. I also really like Sierra Leone, but that's kind of a deep cut. Sierra Leone. And what else? Super Rich Kids with Earl Sweatshirt is also amazing. And Lost is amazing too. I gotta go quick. Oh my God, I have like almost a minute left. Beatles compilation, 62 to 66. I need to get the blue one. That's like 66 to 69 or something. When I do, I'm replacing it with this because that's my favorite Beatles era. But this is also an amazing. You need to have a Beatles compilation. This hits my Beatles. Um, my Beatles, whatever. Figure Eight, Elliott Smith hits the singer-songwriter field. I love this album a ton. Son of Sam is amazing. Everything reminds me of her is a beautiful acoustic cut. I also love Happiness and the Gondola Man. That's an amazing song. I Better Be Quiet. Or wait, no. Where is it? Can't Make a Sound rocks too. Those are really great songs. His last album, amazing way to go out. This is a Bob Dylan Royal Albert Hall, the real Royal Albert Hall live album, 1966. The Bob Dylan live album. Every song on here rips. First half acoustic, second half electric. That's it. I love you guys. Bye bye.